In this episode, we'll walk you through step by step how to install the new Diamatic frame upgrade kit. Let's start by taking a look at the basic tools you'll need. A 24mm wrench, a 5/16 socket, a 4mm Allen, a 5mm Allen, a small flathead screwdriver, some blue thread lock, and some silver anti-seize. Start by removing the control box cover plate on the front of your machine using the 5mm Allen. Using the 5/16 socket, remove the two bolts that hold the cover plate for the electrical connections to the motor. Remove the cover. Be sure to mark the order that the wires are in before removing them. This way you can replace them in exactly the same order. This is critical to prevent any damage to the motor. Unscrew the sleeve and pull the wires free. To remove the frame, you will want to begin by attaching a ratchet strap from the shroud to the handle. This will keep the frame from tipping back after you remove the frame bolts. Next, using the 24mm wrench, remove the bolts from both sides of the machine. Remove the ratchet strap and roll the frame away from the grinding platform. The grinding platform can remain where it is until you're ready to install the new frame. Next, you'll need to remove the control arm wiring harness from inside the control box. Using the small flathead screwdriver, remove the individual wires from the punch block. These wires are all clearly numbered, so there is no reason to mark them. The new frame comes with a new wiring harness, so you will not need the old one. Next, remove the 4 bolts that hold the control box onto the old frame, using the 5mm Allen. The box will drop down. Simply lift the control box up and out to remove. Now we're ready to install the control box onto the new frame. Drop the old control box into place, but do not bolt it to the frame yet. You'll need to feed the handle control wires through the top of the box and secure in place before bolting the box to the frame. With that done, you may now secure the control box to the new frame using the same bolts you removed from the old frame. With the control box secured, you can replace the cover plate onto the new frame using the 4mm Allen. Now we're ready to install the new frame to the old platform. Start by rolling the frame into place. Use the ratchet strap to hold the frame in place while you get the bolts started. Use the anti-seize on the shoulder of the bolts to prevent them from freezing up during operation. Apply the blue thread lock to the threads. Insert the bolts on both sides of the frame. Tighten the bolts using the 24mm wrench we used to remove them from the old frame. Now we need to feed the wires to the motor from the bottom of the control box. Insert the wires and tighten the sleeve by hand. Be sure to reconnect the wires in the same position they were in before you removed them. Replace the wiring cover and secure with the 2 bolts you removed earlier. Now we'll cut a short piece of vacuum hose to connect the shroud. The length will depend on the type of shroud your machine has. Slide the hose onto the new fitting and then onto the shroud. Mount the fitting onto the frame using the block attachment. Check to make sure it is centered on the cutout on the door. The fitting should be tightened securely, but still must be able to move enough to allow the door of the control box to be opened. The last step is to attach the handle control wires to the punch block. These are clearly numbered. Just be sure to install them according to the numerical sequence. With everything finished, connect the power and turn on the breaker to make sure the machine controls are working properly. The new frame has a lot of key features not available with the old frames, including a recessed control box for transport protection, an adjustable kick bar for tipping the machine, an adjustable vacuum port, so you don't need to disconnect the vacuum hose when changing diamonds. Adjust the kick bar to the top position and drop the handle for transport mode. There is even a cover for the control panel protection. A small storage box on top of the machine for tools or other items, and oversized wheels.